G'day gang, GameolioDan here, how you going? Back in Star Wars The Old Republic on the Sith Inquisitor, on the Sith Empire. That's right. We're going to Balmorra. Balmorra. By going over here? No, not over there, the other side. This is what I meant. I meant to go this way. I was testing you. I was testing you, see? Alright, anyway. To Balmorra. Once an independent corporate and manufacturing world, Balmorra was defended by the Republic and conquered by the Empire during the war. Now the corporations have mostly fled. Local collaborators have been rewarded with positions in the Imperial puppet government, and an entrenched and well-armed resistance opposes the Empire's rule. Despite brutal retaliation by the Imperial military against military and civilian targets, the battle to eliminate the resistance drags on. Droid factories and industrial waste sites have become battlegrounds. The main Balmorran spaceport is in the city of SWTOR, an Imperial military stronghold heavily fortified against resistance attacks. Let's go. At 10,000 parsecs. We better get comfortable. That sounds like a long time. Well, I was wrong.
Is that you, apprentice? Excellent. You've arrived safely on Balmorra, I see. How was your first flight in that wonderful ship of yours? I hope you found it pleasant.
There can be no doubt about that.
Excellent. I'd hoped you'd enjoy it. Tulak Horde hid his artifact in a vault on Balmorra, one that was later converted by the Balmorrans into a toxic waste storage facility. But the vault was hit badly in the last war. It's now a crater filled with toxic waste. Your artifact is at the bottom.
You must have some sort of plan for how to get it, right?
Regrettably, I haven't had time to put together a plan. You'll have to figure this one out yourself. But try making contact with the Imperial Resources Officer here on Balmorra, Major Basica. Basica knows the planet, and he may even have a few good ideas.
He will do whatever I say.
Careful you don't alienate a potential ally. The Empire has its hands full coping with a violent Balmorran uprising. Officially, they're a grassroots militia. Secretly, they have the Republic's full backing. I've informed Major Basica of the Republic's involvement, so he'll be better equipped to assist you. No doubt the Republic's hounds will get in your way.
Republic or resistance, it makes no difference to me.
The Republic may claim to be virtuous, but they have a well-oiled military machine. These are not farmers waving sticks. But the war is secondary to the artifact. Retrieve the artifact and try to be discreet. We don't want the entire Sith Order chasing our prize.
Okay, Major Basica. Right. I was just thinking, what would happen if I go through the escape pod? What could happen? What's the worst that could happen? Oh, you had your chance? You had your chance? I came on the ship before. You didn't say anything to me. You and I, Dunzo. Balmorra. Here we go. Here's Kim. Major Basica, you are on the trail of the lost artifacts of Tulak Horde, which are believed to be key to a secret ritual that will grant you great power. Darth Zash has traced one of these artifacts to an ancient vault that is now a crater filled with toxic waste on Balmorra. She has directed you to the Imperial Resources Officer on Balmorra for further assistance in your recovery efforts. Report to Major Basica at his office in Imperial headquarters in SWTOR to continue your search. Captain Rigel, you've got a story arc for me, have you?
My lord, welcome to Balmorra. I hope you like bomb-to-pieces mudholes. Captain Rigel, Imperial Conquest Consolidation Corps. When the Empire invades, we're the ones who seal the deal. Don't suppose you're aware of the situation here on Balmorra?
I've been briefed, but I could use more details.
It's war, bloody and limitless. The Empire invaded Balmorra in the last war, but we've been spinning our wheels in the mud ever since. Resistance fighters think they can drive the Empire off Balmorra. We're here to prove them wrong.
How hard can it be to put down a few resistance?
It's not just a few resistance, they're well organized and well armed, but they can be broken. The Balmorran government in exile, backed by Minister of Defense Vol Argen, is giving us fits, backing a strong faction of the resistance. The Minister is safely off planet, but if we break his allies here, we break him. We break him, we break the resistance.
What about the rest of the Balmorran government in exile?
Vol Argen is the only one with military experience, and he's the most vocal. When we destroy his power base and wipe the floor with his whiskers, none of the others will have the backbone to oppose us. That's why we need to take everything out. Do we have the privilege of your support?
Normally I wouldn't be bothered, but this project sounds intriguing.
You have our heartfelt appreciation, my lord. My second-in-command, Lieutenant Davril, is masterminding Phase 1 of what we like to call Operation Breaking Point. You'll find him in Sobrik. He's got plans to blow the Balmorran resistance sky high. I think you'll like them.
I think I will too, Captain Rigel. Okay. What is that person riding? Wait. It looked like they were just holding onto a couple of tusks and being taken for a ride. That was the weirdest thing I've ever seen. And I've seen some strange things, folks. Looks like we got some new skills to learn.
What dark secret shall I share with you?
Force Cloak. Uses the Force to vanish from sight immediately exiting combat and entering stealth mode. Aha. Where am I going to put that? I'm running out of buttons here. Okay, deflection. Increases your ranged and melee defenses by 50%. For 12 seconds requires a melee weapon. Force Slow. Deals 222 kinetic damage and slows the target's movement by 50% for 6 seconds. Force Slow. Gotcha.
Be gone.
Hey, you. Hey, easy, fella. Tell me to be gone.
There's something of great value in one of the hazard vaults. The one that was blown open. I heard you could help.
Ah, who's this? Sith. We don't often get Sith on Balmorra. It's a real pleasure. I have a son on Korriban, you know. It's a tough war you're walking into. We're fixing blasters with adhesive tape. But we'll help you any way we can. Now, let's see. A blown open vault. Captain, do we still have those pumps?
Sir, if this is the vault I think it is, it won't be that easy. The fumes alone have put men in the medical center.
I need to get to the bottom of that pit.
We need some way to make this pit less deadly. Tell me, Captain, is there nothing that can survive the toxic waste?
Well, nothing grows there, sir. But there are the colloids.
Colloids? What do those bugs want with toxic waste?
Food, sir. Our surveillance satellites have recorded them feeding on the toxic waste. We suspect they've been designed to eat it.
Why would they be designed to eat waste?
It does seem like a strange thing to do, Captain.
It's a guess. The toxic waste resistance may have been an unintended result. Or the Balmorran scientists were insane.
I personally prefer the term differently rational.
Well, whatever you call it, it might be just what we need to crack this thing. There must be a way for you to take on the colloids' resistance. so you can enter the vault. Captain, where were these creatures created?
Well, I can't say for sure, but there's a research lab not far from here that was overrun with colloids as soon as the Balmorrans abandoned it. But the colloids are vicious creatures. Just one of them tore apart a whole squad.
I think I can handle a few bugs.
If you can get into that lab and find out the colloid secret, we'll do what we can to get you into that toxic pit.
Sir, even if we find out what causes this resistance, we don't have the...
We'll worry about that later. Right now, our Sith friend has to get into that lab and find out what the Balmorrans did to those creatures.
Right. We absolutely do. So, let's have a look here. Oh, we also got to check in over here, don't we? Operation Breaking Point. Before we take off. Down south. Look at Darth Vashi here. Alright. Lieutenant.
My lord, word of your talent precedes you. I'm honored. You're well aware of the situation, I'm sure. The government in exile, the resistance, cowards. If my lord is willing, we're going to bury them in their little hidey holes.
What do you want me to do?
The old government's sending generators to the resistance, powering their artillery. The resistance has given pardons to Balmorra's worst killers in exchange for a little guard duty. Phase 1 of Operation Breaking Point is to destroy those generators and put those killers to sleep. You in?
That'll do nicely.
The generators are in the Nibre warehouse. If you can blow them to pieces, you'll show the Balmorran resistance it takes more than cold-blooded killers to stop the Empire.
Could you do this for me, please? We'd be so happy if you could help us out. Instead, he turns his back on me. It's just a matter of time before my dude starts slicing and dicing. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, calm yourself down. Save the anger. Right? Save the anger for later. Alright, so we'll go to... I guess we'll go to this one. This one's a little bit closer.
Travel route is confirmed.
So that's scientific inquiry. And then big guns after that. Wish I could make this a little bit smaller. You are searching for a lost... Oh, no, we already did that. Major Basica suggests that you research the nearby records vault for more information. Head to the records vault in the Grinth Canyon. Better be an elevator at the end of this. There isn't an elevator at the end of this. Alright, so how are we going to get there without breaking our neck? I feel like I've been here before. But where I'm going isn't where I need to go. This is one. I guess I'll just follow the path, right? There's gotta be an elevator over here. Yes. Coming up. Well, this one's going first. Look at that. Look at that thing. Hey, you better dismount that. I don't see that fitting on this little pad. This thing barely fits. I mean, I'm pretty sure we've been to Balmorra on our Jedi Knight, but that particular area where I was just then, like where we landed, Imperial base, unless the Republic base looks very similar, which I guess is possible, which is highly possible, and probably is. Perhaps that's why it feels somewhat familiar. Of course, where I walked off to, I expected an elevator on that side. There was no elevator on that side. Right. So actually these two areas are fairly close to each other, so we could do one and then do the other. Let's go searching records. Oh, more! Out of the walls they come. Nothing for you there, Mr. Kim. Got a little bit of seething going on. Cover that health. Terminal shows a log of the work done on the colloids and the toxic waste. Yep. Progress on the experiments is not going without a hitch, but we seem to have overcome the initial obstacles we faced. Recently, Team 5 reported that the subjects responded positively to the waste from the hazard vault. Our only remaining concern is that the casualty rate seems to have gone up in this round of testing. So far, we've lost 2 of our best scientists and 3 research assistants. At this rate, we almost can't afford to be successful. At any rate, I have recorded the formula for the chemical compound and has thus far produced the best results. I have also diagrammed its structure and how I believe it interacts with the colloid cell structure and the toxic waste. Hopefully, we'll be able to figure out the cause of the rise in the subject's ferocity and eliminate casualties. The remainder of the log is a series of chemical formulae and scientific jargon. Could take my time and read that first bit, and then it was all fast forward after that. Alright, so we got the first bit done. Let's go and do that second. Let's go get those big guns done. Destroy them generators. The old Balmorran government is sending generators to the Balmorran resistance, powering their artillery. Lieutenant Davril wants you to locate the warehouse where these generators are being stored and destroy them. Absolutely. Let's roll resistance. Handy using this Force Cloak. Do a little bit of rogue vanishing. Might have to change it to a different button though. Just don't know what I feel comfortable pressing. What's a cooldown? 2 minutes. Generator number 1. Generator number 2. Blow these things sky high. For 10 seconds you become virtually undetectable. Okay. So I guess it gives you enough time to get away from threats. Then you eventually come out of it. Eventually you come out of it. Oh no, okay. For 10 seconds you're undetectable and then it'll keep you in stealth mode. Got it, got it. That's pretty cool. Alright, anyway, we can quick travel back. To Sobrik. Should we get this big guns one handed in first?
Must have been imagining things, but I could have sworn I heard those generators go pop from here. Thank you, my lord. But it looks like the resistance isn't done yet.
You'd think the Empire would have an easier time with a ragtag bunch of resistance fighters.
Used to be we kept the resistance in check in the wilds, but now they've started to get bolder. They're attacking Imperial holdings in the old Balmorran industrial area. We need to punish their boldness. Lieutenant Thorpe at Markaran Outpost has some ideas about how to put the resistance back in their place.
Does he just? Well, we shall have to have a little chat with him. So first things first, let's go back over here. We'll see that person later on.
Major, if we don't get those supply vehicles...
My men are working on it, sir, but until that shipment of plasteel I requested 3 months ago comes in...
I don't care! Tear it off the walls if you have to!
What was that all about?
Don't worry about the Colonel. He's loud and impatient, but we all are these days. What with the supply shortage. Now, did you manage to find anything out of the lab? Captain Ilun and I have been doing our own research, but we haven't discovered much.
There were bugs, bugs and more bugs.
I hope the colloids didn't give you too much trouble. Have a look at this, Captain. I can't make head or tail of it.
This confirms our suspicions. The colloids were being mutated to clean up the waste, and it looks like the chemical mutagen they were using could theoretically work.
Well, that's it. That's our solution, right? We just replicate this chemical mutagen.
Sir, there's a problem. Our chief scientist defected to the Republic a few months back. We can't begin to replicate, let alone test the serum without him.
I guess we need to undefect him.
Undefect indeed. You certainly have a way with words, Sith.
The scientist's name is Yanis Tirek, and he's still on Balmorra, in a Republic research base out near the Toxic Lakes.
All right, Sith. It looks like you have your next objective. You find this scientist, you subdue him, my men will bring him back, and we'll get you your chance to swim in toxic waste.
The Republic's going to taste blood tonight.
Oh, and Sith, hurry back. I just got word that my son passed his trials on Korriban, and is on his way to Balmorra. I don't want you to miss him.